What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Left Hand Brewing Company, and they are out of Longmont, Colorado, and this is their S'mores Milk Stout. So they are calling this one a milk stout that is brewed with cacao and toasted marshmallow flavor added. It comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, 25 IBUs at the time of review. This can is approximately 5 weeks old. So yeah, another addition to their milk stout lineup. Pretty excited about this one. Now, I did see that they released a new milk stout like variety pack. It had this beer along with their double milk stout, their chocolate mint milk stout, and their mole milk stout. But I could not get individual bottles of those beers to review. When I can grab individual bottles of those, I will definitely review them. I just didn't want to buy an entire 12-pack. I have a lot of beer in the fridge and just didn't want to do that. So we'll get to it at some point. But they did have singles of this, and this seems to be like the new fall seasonal release from them. So pretty cool. Now, the one thing I like about Left Hand is they do actually put the ingredients on the can. It says a Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, rolled oats, lactose, wheat, cacao, hops, toasted marshmallow flavor, and yeast. Contains milk, aka lactose, and wheat. So pretty awesome of Left Hand to do that. I reviewed their Black Forest Nitro recently. Solid, not really Black Forest cake vibes, but it was pretty good. This one I have more hopes for just because I like s'mores. And on the side here, they said that they're trying to get the graham cracker inspired malt kind of component to this one to round out the whole s'mores concept of, you know, chocolate, marshmallow, and graham cracker. So pour into the hashtag proper glassware. Here we go. Ooh, it's looking a little lighter than the milk stouts from them. In the glass, it's going to be, you know, black on camera. I get it. But like as I'm pouring it out, it's definitely like a dark brown. So we'll see what happens here. Throw this over here like that, and yeah, so in the glass, yeah, it's dark. It's darker brown still for me, even into the light. Has like a more of a black up here, darker brown down here. About almost a finger, we'll say like 3/4 finger of this like straight up tan colored head. Looks relatively creamy. Plays the role of a 6% milk stout for sure. Let's get a nose. So here's the thing. I really like what Left Hand does in general. When it comes to their milk stouts and the different ones I've had, and just the regular milk stout and the milk stout nitro, I really like it. I'm kind of concerned how they're going to do with these flavored ones. Again, this is with brewed actually with cacao. And then they're using toasted marshmallow flavor. In the nose here, that toasted marshmallow just seems synthetic to me in the nose. It's not bad. It's just, you can tell that it's, to me, synthetic. It doesn't smell like you actually had like toasted marshmallows or real marshmallows in here. I'm getting a lot of like dark chocolate, like a 40-50% cacao bar. So not super sweet, but definitely you can tell there's chocolate in here. Roasted malt is underneath all of it. There's a vanilla tinge in here from the lactose, probably mixing in with that marshmallow. The toasted marshmallow though, because it's synthetic, it kind of has almost a slight burnt quality to it. And that malt base, I'm not really getting graham cracker in the nose. The nose is really leaning towards just like a regular milk stout. So I'm getting, you know, roasted malt. I am getting some, you know, sweeter, like I said, dark chocolate, 40-50% cacao bar, and then a little bit of the vanilla from the marshmallow and the lactose itself. But then I'm getting that like slight burnt quality from the toasted marshmallow. It's kind of throwing it off for me to some degree. Maybe a little bit of earthiness from whatever hops they're using. Yeah, I'm not going to bullshit you. This doesn't smell amazing. It doesn't smell bad. I just think that synthetic burnt kind of marshmallow flavor or toasted marshmallow flavor is kind of throwing it off a bit for me. I think without that, I'd enjoy the nose. As it is, it's okay. Let's get into the taste. Cheers, everyone. Okay, the taste is better. Definitely not getting the fake synthetic toasted marshmallow flavor. That has subdued. The nose was definitely weird. The taste is a bit better. So 6%, this drink's like a 6% milk stout. It's a bit thin. Higher side of light body, lower side of medium body. The mouthfeel, decent amount of carbonation. It's a little bit softer than most. I think this one might benefit, at least from the body and mouthfeel aspect, from putting it in a nitro can. I think a nitro version of this would be fun. I said the same thing about their peanut butter nitro milk stout, their peanut butter milk stout. And then I believe they've released a peanut butter milk stout nitro, which I haven't tried and I haven't seen it locally, but I do know they released it. And I would love to try that beer because I think it would just do wonders for that beer. I mean, that beer is fine, but I think with a nitro kick to it would have been great. And I feel kind of same thing for this one. Right up front, roasted malt from the base beer, mixing in with, again, sweeter dark chocolate. So this is not like a sweet milk chocolate. It's not like a super sweet beer to begin with, but it has like a sweeter dark chocolate kind of vibe. Passes through the palate, vanilla pops in, a little bit of that toasted marshmallow flavor, but more, I'm just gonna say generic vanilla for me. And there's an underlying hint of like a graham cracker kind of malt base. It's not big. It's not like if you've ever had like Southern Tier Pumpkin, their pumpkin beer, where like you can, the graham cracker flavor is 100% noticeable. It's like, you know, 1/5 of that intensity graham cracker wise. Like it's slightly noticeable, and it's probably because they tell me that it's, you know, that's what they're going for on the can. So reading that probably influenced me to some degree. It finishes slightly dry, slightly bitter, but to the sweeter side. But it's not a crazy sweet milk stout at 6%, but it does lean a little bit to the sweeter side of things. If you handed me this beer blind or just didn't tell me what it was and I'm drinking it, I'd be like, yeah, it's a fine stout. Getting roasted malt, getting chocolate, a little bit of vanilla. Yeah, it's pretty solid. But for what they're going for, I think they kind of missed a mark for me to some degree. Kind of like their black. So this is very akin to their Black Forest Nitro beer that I reviewed recently. They were going for a Black Forest cake in nitro, in beer form, in a nitro can. I don't think they hit the nail on the head, but I did enjoy it. That was more like a dark chocolate, kind of like just dark chocolate stout in a nitro can. And I enjoyed it. I gave it an appropriate score. I think I gave it a 3.9 out of 5. It wasn't a bad beer. This is kind of the same realm. I think for what they're going for, S'mores, I think they have bits and pieces of what they're going for in this beer, but they don't have the complete package. I get a little bit of that toasted marshmallow flavor, more of like a generic vanilla. I get that chocolate, but it's not like the Hershey's that you would use in a S'mores. It's more like the dark special version of Hershey's if you use that in a S'mores instead. And then the graham cracker, it's like you use generic graham crackers that maybe taste more like soda crackers. You know, it's kind of that realm where what they're going for, they kind of miss the mark a little bit on each of it. But as a whole, I don't hate this beer. I don't dislike it. I think it's pretty solid. Yeah, it's fine. It's a solid, well-made, tasty, enjoyable beer to some degree. I just don't think it's a S'mores Milk Stout for me personally. So I'm going to have to rate it as such for me. I'm going to give S'mores Milk Stout from Left Hand. I'm going to give that a low 3.75 out of 5. I'm going to go 3.65 out of 5. That's the best I can do on it. I was debating between 3.5 and 3.75. I think it's more of a low 3.75. If the toasted marshmallow flavor was a little bit more actual toasted marshmallow and not more generic vanilla, and they had that graham cracker, you know, a little bit more intense and boisterous, I think this is probably a 4 out of 5 at the very least, but it's not. It's not. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say about this. Now, price point, I don't remember what I paid for this exactly, but I would imagine like a 6-pack of this is probably in like the $12 to $13 range for something like this. I want to say I paid like $2.29 for a can of this. It was like $2.29 can. So yeah, it's probably like $12 a 6-pack, something in that range. I would say for something like this, yeah, it's fine. If you want to check it out, maybe you get more S'mores than I do, but I didn't. Availability, wherever you see Left Hand, it does say, I don't know how that's going to come off of camera, but on the rim, it just says seasonal. So I think this is like a fall seasonal. So if you see, whenever I post this review, hopefully it will be during the month of November. You still should see this on the shelf, or you should be able to get it. And if you see the variety pack, the Milk Stout pack it's in there as well. And like I said, if you like S'mores, if that's like something you really enjoy in beer flavors, give this a go. I'd be curious to hear from somebody who really loved this one and thought they hit the nail on the head, because for me, they kind of missed the mark for the most part, but I don't think the beer's bad. And a lot of times, like if I'm going to rate this a style, this is like a 2.5 out of 5. Like if you tell me a S'mores Milk Stout, it's 2.5 out of 5. But if you're telling me just a generic beer or a generic milk stout or a flavored milk stout, 3.65 out of 5. That's where I go. So again, if you had this before, let me know what you think about it. 6%, you kind of tell it's a lower ABV milk stout of some kind. I would probably guess around 6%, honestly, if I was doing it blind, somewhere in that range, give or take like a half percentage. And yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of bummed. Here's a reason why I'm slightly bummed. Because their Black Forest Nitro missed to some degree for me, even though I enjoyed it, still kind of missed the mark. And then this one missed the mark. I hope Left Hand's, the milk stouts that they're doing in the variety pack, if I get my hands on the other three, I hope they're not missing the mark, because I call Left Hand the king of like the nitro beers, but like their milk stout lineup is really good, and I just want to see them continue to pump out that quality, and I think this is kind of a miss. So I don't know. I'm usually positive in my reviews, and I try to find the best out of every beer, and even with this one, right? Like I try to find it, but at the end of the day, I'm disappointed this doesn't taste more like a s'mores in milk stout form. What are you gonna do? Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.